Okay, so just in case you weren't able to figure out some of the stuff on your own, or if a friend didn't write something down, I thought I'd make you a quick video. A ratio is comparison between two numbers. A ratio can be written in three ways: by using the word two, so like 3, 2, 4, using a colon instead of the word two, so 3:4, or writing a fraction, so it's 3/4. And so a ratio is read using the word two. So when we look at this, in English class, there are 16 girls and 14 boys, and three different ways to write the ratio of girls to boys. So that's 16 to 14. Or we could write 16:14. Or we could write 16/14. Likewise, boys to girls here, we could go 14 to 16. We go 14:16. Or we could go 14/16. Now, girls to the students in the class. The students in the class are 16 plus 14, because that's all the boys and girls in the class. 16 plus 14 is 30. So then the ratio would be girls are 16 to 30, which can be written as 16:30, which can be written as 16/30. So the other thing that we're going to do with ratios in this chapter is we're going to use ratios to express rates. When a ratio is used to compare two different quantities, it is called two different kinds of quantities. It's called a rate. Such ratios may use the words like, for, in, or per instead of the word to. For example, a car traveling at a rate of 55 miles per hour compares the number of miles traveled, which is 55, to the number of hours traveled, which is 1. In simplest form, a rate expresses the quantity of one item per single unit of the other. This is called a unit rate. For example, we have 300 miles every 6 hours. Well, that can be simplified down to just 50 miles for 1 hour. So my example then is express each ratio as a rate in the simplest form. So the rate here is 135/3, and that's words, and that's minutes. But then the rate in simplest form, we take 135 and we divide it by 3 and we get 45. So in simplest form, this is 45 words per minute. Likewise, $2.80 over 14 pencils. If we divide $2.80 by 14, that's going to give us 0.2. Now, mathematically, we can either write this out as 0.20 and stop and realize that that's 20 cents per pencil. Or if you don't want to write 20 cents that way, you could just write 20 cents. And then again, per pencil. So let's take a look at your homework. We're just going to rewrite these. So that's 5:8 and then 5/8. Over here, this is 3 to 7, and this is just 3/7. And this right here would be 4 to 11, or 4 to 11. Carlos' party, there were 8 girls, 6 boys. What's the ratio of girls to boys? So that's just 8 to 6. Fieldston High School's football team won 7 games and lost 7 games. What was the ratio of won to lost? So that's 7 to 5. In Bill's aquarium, there are 7 angelfish and 6 guppies. Find the ratio of angelfish to the total number of fish. So total number of fish is 7 plus 6, which is 13. So we're looking at angelfish, 7. Total fish is 13. Ratio of angelfish to guppies is 7 to 6. And ratios of guppies to angelfish is 6 to 7. Hold on a moment, that's going to annoy me. Okay, in Professor Wilson's library, there are 30 history books and 40 mathematics books. Find the ratio of the number of history books to the number of mathematics books. So that's 30 to 40. Then we want to find the number of mathematics books to the total number of history and mathematics books. So 42, and the number of books are 30 plus 40, which is 70. So we're looking at 40 to 70. Next, on a tray of fruit, there are 5 oranges, 3 apples, and 4 pears. We want the ratio of oranges to apples, so that's 5 to 3. I don't like it when it doesn't pick up that. All right, there we go. The ratio of oranges to pears is 5 to 4. And the ratio of the oranges to the total number of fruit. So we're looking at 5 plus 3 plus 4. That's 12. So we're looking at 5, 12. Linda bought 9 yellow balloons, 12 red balloons, and 20 white balloons to decorate her home for a party. So we want the number of yellow compared to the number of red. So it's 9, 12. The number of red balloons to the number of white balloons, that's 12 to 20. And the number of yellow to total, so we go 9 plus 12 plus 20 to get our total. 9 plus 2 is 11, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 2 is 4. So we have yellow balloons is 9, total balloons is 41. A mobile health clinic offered free blood pressure screening, so we're looking at 121 out of 986 is the ratio of participants advised to see a doctor. The next location is 98 to 672. So one way to handle this is to just go ahead and divide our fractions to figure out which locations has a greater ratio. So we can go 121 divided by 986, and this is approximately 0.12, whereas over here, 98 divided by 672 is approximately 0.15. So what we have is we have location B has the greater ratio. So we're going to express these as unit rates. So we take 234 divided by 6, and that gives us 39 kilometers per hour. 400 divided by 10 is 40 words per minute. $2.70 for 9 rolls is 30 cents per roll. $23.75 for 5 hours comes out to be $4.75 an hour. Wow, that was minimum wage when I was a kid. 275 students for 11 teachers means that the classes are made up. Oh, this should be per hour over here. It should be 25 students per teacher. So if Suki can do 30 push-ups in 6 minutes, we have a rate of 30 over 6, which becomes 5 push-ups per minute. Seems kind of slow. Ernesto can read 350 words in 7 minutes, so that's 50 words per minute. Evan earns $38.40 for 6 hours worth of work. 38.4 divided by 6, that's $6.40. That was when I worked at a bookstore. That's about how much I made there. That was back in the 90s. Mr. Hall drove 208 miles using 16 gallons of gas. Whoops. $208 divided by 16. That gives you 13 miles per gallon. And then 120 minutes of television viewing. Marcy counted 40 commercials. I don't like this. Because what I get here, well, what we have is we have 3 minutes per commercial, but that's not how often they appeared. This one's written backwards. This one's meant to trick you. 40 over 120. So 40 divided by 120 gives you 0.3 repeating. So 0.3 commercials. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Because that doesn't make sense either. Commercials per minute? That doesn't make sense. So I'm going to go back. And I'm going to say it this way. And I think that's what we need. I think that even though we're going to go 120 minutes over 40 commercials, I think we need to realize that this is saying 3 minutes per commercial. That doesn't make any sense though, because that's saying that each commercial was 3 minutes long. But in reality, what we're saying is that we saw one commercial every 3 minutes. So I'm just trying to think about how to say that well, because this is really one commercial every 3 minutes, but that's not a unit rate. So 3 minutes of television viewing for one commercial. That makes more sense. I mean, the math, yeah, math is fine. It's just the way to word it afterwards. It's kind of weird. So you get 3 minutes of television for one commercial. That makes more sense. I overthought it, but it's the end of the day. Hopefully this helps you guys. See ya.